What's up, everyone? I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but I've been dealing with some things, and I'm kind of using this video to kind of like help me to push forward when it comes to just dealing with what I'm dealing with. So I did a challenge, right? It was about a 30-day challenge of controlling my anger and dealing with it in ways where I can kind of help myself move forward and past certain things that's happened to me over time, right? Now, with this challenge, it was things I was just doing to see what works and what didn't work when as far as when it comes to just like trying to take my mind off what's really bothering me. So one of the things I did was play video games. Big time, gamer. Not as hardcore as I used to be. Got, a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox, play certain games between both systems, and it helps out a lot sometimes. Takes my mind off things, put me in a happy place, depending on what game it is. Then it really is when it comes to just the game itself I'm playing. Like if I'm playing the Gears of War, the chainsaw is so satisfying when it comes to playing that game. So I play like the series of Resident Evil 1 through 5. I did that for some odd reason. I played through that series from 0 to 5. I didn't play 6, and I didn't play 7 or 8. I played them, but I just didn't. Replayed that first 5 games. Well, 6 games if you include 0 with that. So I was like, let me just play that series because I was a big fan of that. Played through Gears of War 1 through 5, and it helped out for a short period of time. So much to be going on. There's only so much time you can dedicate to playing a video game to take your mind off something before you actually got to deal with what you got to deal with, right? So another thing I also would do is just go to the gym, get a workout in. You know, my usual workout schedule would be Monday through Friday, right? Monday a chest day, Tuesday a leg day, Wednesday a cardio ab type of day, right? That's what I would do. Thursdays would be back, shoulders on Friday, shoulders and arms on Friday, right? That's what I would do. And the weekends would be a cardio day, a walk, a run, something like that. Nothing really extraneous. Or if I want to do something like some push-ups, some sit-ups, something like that. Nothing crazy. Everybody knows if I recommend anything to anyone, get into the gym, lift some iron. A lot of stress will come right off your shoulders just by pumping some iron. You know what I mean? So that's all. And plus, it's beneficial for your longevity of health. So always recommend that. So I hit the gym, hit the weights, hit the iron. It helped out for a good amount of time. So from time to time, I will go from playing some video games for a couple hours, hit the gym in the morning on my days off, go hit that up and do that. Because for me, I like working out in the morning and kind of using that energy from that workout throughout the course of the day. It's like going through, I went to, I say around 4 or 5 o'clock, where the gym is just kind of packed and everybody's getting off work and trying to get a workout in, where it's a hot mess to go in there sometimes. So I try to avoid those times. I like going in the morning where there really like 2, 3 people in there. The best time, get your workout in, get out of there. So, so did the video games, did some workouts in the gym. Go for runs, go for walks, depending on the weather, and things like that. Right? Still had problems. Realize I have anger, anxiety, and depression problems. Right? So I'm not that type of person that's just. I'm not at that point where I'm confused about what I need to do. I know what I need to do. So I've been looking for a therapist. Right? This ain't a sponsored video, nothing. This is just my personal, you know, journey I'm on. So I'm looking for a therapist. And the thing is, I don't want to do Zoom calls. I want to be able to go to an office, sit down, talk to somebody. Once I find that perfect situation, I'm gonna definitely go there. Because one of the things I've come across is that I love being in my house. Don't get it wrong. I love it. This is my place of peace. But sometimes I like to get out, and doing something on a Zoom call doesn't really, to me, I can't speak for other people, but for me, sometimes I just need to get away from comfort zones. I wouldn't say put myself in an uncomfortable situation. Just need to get out, you know, the comfort zone. I do things. I go out, play pool, go bowling, things like that. But sometimes I like doing that because it takes me away from my comfort zone. I like to do things that's fun and I enjoy with good people. If you were a person that always into something, you could just stay away from me. I ain't got time for that. But that's what I'm saying. I do these things, but I still deal with life and some of the things I've dealt with as a kid and all the trauma. That doesn't really go away. You just learn to manage it better. And that's why I'm looking for a therapist to go to, because I feel like that's a better situation for me. I don't think talking to somebody on a Zoom call is cool. I mean, it may work for some people. I need to go into a room, me and this person, man or woman, whatever, and let loose. And really get emotional, uh, animated as I like to do when I talk about things. I get real animated. Like the hands, everything just goes to flow. I need to do that, and kind of doing that through a Zoom wouldn't work for me. So I'm looking for a therapist because I realized the problems that I have just don't go away. You just learn to manage them better and learn how to function without blowing your top. So, and then because I had to deal with the situation of people implying things but don't have any evidence of anything to justify them making this accusation of me with no proof of them whatsoever. So I had to deal with that. And look, through life, you're going to deal with some things. I get it. People are not going to like it. I'm cool with that. That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is that when I'm asking for help and people just seem to, nobody got a medical degree diagnosing me, but everybody seemed to know what I need. And I was telling people what I needed. And nobody was hearing what I was saying. That was kind of bothering me the most about it. People were seeing this, but not seeing what led up to that. And I'm telling and explaining them. I said, look, I have anger issues. I have anxiety issues. I've had depression issues. I had therapy before when I was 14, right? The best time I've ever had, because I got to express myself without feeling like somebody's hovering over me and trying to intimidate me from expressing myself. You know what I mean? And I think people deal with that a lot. Like there's certain people around where they can't really express themselves, and they got to hold it back because that person's hovering over and intimidating them not to say anything. So that's why I want to go to a therapist. I know what the problem is. I just want to talk to somebody and get like a real honest, medical diagnosis of what's going on. Because I already know what the problem is. I've learned to deal with it and manage it, but it still bothers me. And like I keep telling people, like I need a therapist to talk to. Look, I'm not to the point where I'm about to go off on some rampage and nothing like that. I just know I need somebody to talk to. And look, a friend here and there, that's cool, but it's somebody who can medically diagnose and look at certain things that ain't nobody else going to pay attention to. That's just me. I may be wrong about that. That's how I feel about it. So for me, that I've done this 30-day challenge of trying to manage my anger. I've gotten better with it. Still got anger issues because there's a lot of built up animosity in there. So once I address that, I know I'll be a little bit better. But, anxiety is just life itself, my kids and all this other thing. Everything with, making sure I'm still healthy, to make sure I'm here for my kids. All that stuff takes a toll on you. And depression, sometimes I just, like anything else, like life is hard. Life at some points gets hard, but I'm going to be all right. I just need some help along the way. And I'm not scared to say I need that help. You know what I mean? I'm like, at that point, I need help. I told somebody that. And they was giving me the wrong information. Didn't understand that. I asked for help and you give me the wrong information. Backwards. But during this challenge, though, what I loved about it is I found other things I like to do to help with that anger. Like I went bowling for my homie's graduation. Well, his son was graduating. And what made it so great is that I was out with the fam, all them from that family, and just having a good time bowling. I'm not the best bowler, but I had some fun. Like I've always been a pool player, so I'm not the best, but I love playing some pool. That's something I like to do. Have fun with, play some pool, go bowling. Cool. Video games has always been in my life. I've been a gamer since the Atari. When you had just the sticks and the screen and that. I've been gaming since then. Now, as I got older, I kind of calmed down. Don't invest as much money into it as much as I used to. For me, it's not that many games I like to play as far as what type of game I like to play. I've been working out since I was 14, so that always comes in the clutch. And I wouldn't mind a trainer to show me some new things that I haven't learned because I'm still, I guess I want to say traditional old school weightlifting. Just the basic like exercises, you know, bench press, incline bench press, uh, dips, squats, deadlifts, you know, just all that stuff. Now I'm starting to see these other new exercises and hit techniques that people use. I would like a trainer to show me those things as well. But you know, that costs money like anything else. But here don't say that. But I'm managing everything a lot better. Overall I'm good. I just need therapy from time to time to help me with other aspects of the anger, the anxiety, the depression. Because it's just, I know what the problem is, but I still need another point of view or opinion to manage it all, you know. So I know it's been a while. As you can see, I've been getting rid of stuff, slimming down everything, just using the basic things I need to kind of make these videos and do other things. And I feel like this channel is still tech. I mean, I love talking about technology and things like that, but I want to start doing some lifestyle videos, some things that I've tried that didn't work, I tried things that did work, you know, just to give some people some information out there. If you're thinking about it, here's the outcome that can happen between whatever that situation may be. So, you know, I'm just trying to do things differently, change things up, and just have an overall great experience just trying to create content that's useful to people. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do. Make content that becomes helpful and useful for people to use. So that's what I'm focusing on. Thank you guys for checking this video. I know it's a weird little 30-day challenge, little thing I did, but it helps me. Now, if anybody else try these things that may help them, I'm glad I can help you in some way. Thank you guys once again for checking this video out. Hope you like it. See you next time.